is Blue Trap here for another Blue Talks video for once and forever. So today we're doing on Ennard's past self because Ennard's not the nicest person. None of my characters are actually really nice. I mean, Shadefur, he's a pushover, and then Blue's adorable. I said Blue's way too many times. Anyways, this is my Ennard. I just stole his name from FNAF because I steal everything from FNAF. His wife is Ballora, but I also just stole her name from FNAF. She's actually very attractive. And so, right here is his Uncle George that I'm working on, and I just started designing these characters because I love character designs. They're my favorite thing to do in the whole entire world. So I'll just design a buttload of characters and then not know what to do with them. Sometimes I will design them for purposes and find a way to put them into our roleplays. It's not really much to talk about George, just that he was a little bit of a butt to Ennard because they are a highly religious family on Christian studies or something. Really, there is no God in this universe. There's, angels, but they're ruled by a queen, and I think in every single AU they're ruled by a queen, and then there's demons that are ruled by a king, except for last place when it's actually a dictatorship, because, you know, dictatorships. And so, with that, they worship the angels. Like, they still have crosses and holy water. It's just instead of worshiping God, they worship angels or something like along those lines. And so Ennard comes from a highly religious family because his mother didn't know that Ennard's father was the demon king, Lucifer. I do have two characters named Lucifer, but one, and they're both in the same family, but one we just call 2.0 half the time. So, yeah. Goodness. George is just a butt. I like George, though. I like his design. And I tried a different shading technique because I wanted to go with cell shading, but I didn't. But I didn't at the same time. So now, over here, I'm working on Lynette, and then my battery goes low, and then I have to plug it in. This is me getting situated and petting the bear. Anyways, Lynette, I had a problem with her, and I didn't really fix it. I only changed her ears later on, but she looks too much like a fox and not enough like a polar bear. That's her type of bear she is. She's a polar bear, while the other two are sun bears. Well, Ennard, I have no idea what he is because he's a demon thing. So, yeah. Lynette, she was fun. I did have a design for her with this dress, but I haven't colored her in yet, so I liked coloring her in. I went with a cream color for the little blanket, and I was kind of inspired by Greek on what they wore back then, Greek and Roman, when they wore their togas. As you can see, this is when I realized that she looks too much like a fox and changed her ears to look more like bear ears, but that still didn't work. Her muzzle still makes it look like she's a fox, but yeah, she's still cute. Maybe in the future I'll make her look more like a bear instead. And Ennard got his floof on top of his head from her, and his blue eyes from her, and then his sun bearness from his uncle, and his powers from his dad, because, you know, except for in Strange Magic, he's a poison bat like his uncle. But he still did get inherited a few powers from his father, because he has to inherit something. He also inherited horns, but George took those out. And Ennard went on a rampage and murdered him, as well as his mother, but he didn't mean to murder his mother, he just did. I have dark OCs, just because it makes the storylines more juicy. I also do have some kawaii OCs now, here and there, and I steal names. So, yeah. Lynette, I just liked that name, and it sounded good. That's all I really have to say about Lynette. I'll move on to more about Ennard when we get to Ennard. Here, I changed his pose because I didn't like it at that time. So I made him wear a hoodie, the same shirt he's actually wearing in that picture right down there, because it is his mother's shirt. And it's bigger on him because he was younger back then, so it was bigger on him. And it's bigger than her because she likes wearing long sleeves. Sorry about that. Anyways, Ennard, he's actually was a pretty kawaii child. I mean, it was really his uncle and his time spent in the demon realm because his dad had to raise him for quite a few years in his life that made him become rough on the outside. And they do rituals down in the demon realm where they take out the organs and throw the children into the lotion, which is basically a lava ocean. Me and Turbo made it up because it was hilarious. And so Ennard wanted to do that even though he wasn't young enough anymore, but his dad didn't care because demons don't care, so they did it anyways. And so Ennard lost his emotions, his ability to feel pain and emotions. That's why he's morally emotionless when he's older, except when he was with Ballora. Because Ballora is a kawaii little chub. She really is chubby because she's a bunny. And so he really does not care about anything after this, but when he's a child, since he does have his emotions, he is pretty much kawaii. Anyways, that's all for this time of Blue Talks. Please like and subscribe, and I'll try to do this every Sunday. Bye!